for more on the November jobs report. I do want to bring in economist Stephen Moore to discuss those numbers. Hi, Steve. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, Greta.
Job growth slowing, unemployment, though, continuing to fall. Where's your focus in today's jobs report?
I don't get all this downer stuff. I mean, my gosh, we've got the unemployment rate down to 6.7%. It's been cut in half in the last 6 months. Nobody expected that. Most of the economists, like Mark Zandi, who you just were quoting from, were predicting we'd have 10, 11, 12% unemployment. That happened without the stimulus that the so-called stimulus that Nancy Pelosi had been calling for many, many months ago. No, we don't need another $1 trillion spending bill. Absolutely not. We've got an economy that grew 33% in the third quarter. So far this quarter, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, it's growing about 10 or 11%. Those are phenomenal numbers. We've got a real estate boom going on in this country. Manufacturing is doing well. Construction's doing well. So we don't need another debt bill. The most important stimulus, Greta, as you know, is the vaccine. We got to get the vaccine deployed as quickly as possible. It's an outrage that Britain is going to have access to an American vaccine before we do. And we need to make sure that we get schools and businesses reopened. The only place in the country where you've got a real unemployment problem and you've got a problem with people in food lines and so on are these blue states that have shut down their businesses.
This data does come today as those stimulus talks are continuing on Capitol Hill. I know you don't think stimulus is needed, and you had an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal today arguing against more unemployment assistance.
Right.
Explain your position there, and then if we were to get some stimulus, which sectors of the economy do you think could actually use some help?
So what my co-author Casey Mulligan and Casey's economist at the University of Chicago, one of the top labor economists in the country, we looked at the evidence, and what we found was that you got a big boost in number of people going into jobs after we cut the $600 a week unemployment benefits down to $300, because before that, and by the way, Pelosi wanted 6 more months of that $600 a week bonus unemployment benefits. And what we found was that many workers were getting twice as much money for staying unemployed as going back on the job. In fact, 5 out of 6 workers were getting more money for not working than working. That doesn't make any sense. That's just a dumb policy. And we don't want to continue that policy. We don't want to be cold-hearted. If somebody loses their job, we want them to get unemployment benefits, but not higher benefits than they were getting for working. And so that's critical. That's how Trump saved 4 million jobs, by not agreeing to those additional benefits. What we need to do now, frankly, is really put pressure. Well, we got to have the vaccine so that we see reduced caseloads and reduce hospitalizations. But then we also need to really encourage these governors like Cuomo in New York and Newsom in California and J.B. Pritzker from my home state of Illinois. They've got to start opening up their businesses. You know, in California, you can't even go to a restaurant even if you're sitting outside and social distancing. They're shutting down playgrounds, which is crazy. I mean, a playground, my goodness, you want your kids outside, in the sunlight and the fresh air, not locked in their homes. So a lot of dumb policies need to be reversed, and that would do a lot of good for an economy that's shaping up to be very strong in 2021.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.